Right now, as you are watching this, a massive storm system is building across the central United States, and by Friday night, over 47 million Americans could be in the direct path of destructive tornadoes, giant hail, and straight-line winds powerful enough to snap power poles like toothpicks. This is not a drill. This is the first major severe weather outbreak of 2026, and if you live anywhere from Texas to Michigan, the next 72 hours could be the most dangerous weather you have seen in months. But here is what most weather channels will not tell you. There is a second storm right behind this one, and that second system, hitting next Tuesday and Wednesday, could be even worse. I am going to break down both storms, city by city, hour by hour, so you know exactly when the danger starts, when it peaks, and when it ends for your area. And if you stay until minute 5, I will reveal which 270-plus cities face the highest risk and exactly what time the worst weather arrives at your door. So let us get into it, because the clock is already ticking. Yesterday was just a taste of what is coming. A brutal ice storm dumped a third of an inch of ice across the Appalachian Mountains, forcing over 1,000 schools to close from Pennsylvania all the way down to Virginia. Thousands lost power, and at the exact same time, a volatile thunderstorm complex slammed the Midwest, dropping quarter-sized hail across Indianapolis and Springfield. People were pulling ice chunks out of their gutters, while others 2 states away were dodging hailstones the size of quarters. That was the appetizer. The main course arrives tomorrow. Here is how this outbreak unfolds, and pay close attention because the timing is everything. Thursday afternoon, a razor-sharp dry line will ignite across the southern high plains. Think of a dry line like an invisible wall where hot, muggy Gulf air crashes into bone-dry desert air. When those 2 air masses collide, supercell thunderstorms explode, and tomorrow, that collision zone sets up right over the Texas Panhandle, the Oklahoma Panhandle, and southern Kansas. Amarillo, Lubbock, Liberal, Dodge City, Garden City, Wichita, you are first in line. Storms will begin firing between 4 and 5 in the afternoon Central Time. By 6 in the evening Central, supercells will be fully developed with the potential for large hail exceeding 2 inches in diameter, damaging winds over 60 miles per hour, and photogenic but extremely dangerous tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center has already flagged this as a significant intensity scenario, meaning any tornadoes that do form could be strong and long-tracked. Now here is the twist most people are not expecting. These storms will not just stay out in the open plains. As the evening progresses, they will race eastward toward the Interstate 35 corridor, impacting Oklahoma City, Edmond, Norman, Stillwater, and Ponca City between 8 and 11 at night Central Time. And as they move east, the threat shifts from isolated tornadoes to a wall of straight-line damaging winds. If you are along Interstate 35 in Oklahoma, charge your devices now and have your safe room identified before sundown tomorrow. But do not skip ahead, because Friday is the day that genuinely concerns me, and this is where it gets intense. On Friday, a deep plume of Gulf moisture will surge northward while that same dry line pushes east. Over 7 million people are sitting inside an enhanced risk zone, which is a 3 out of 5 on the severity scale. The bullseye covers eastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, and western Missouri. Kansas City, Topeka, Lawrence, Manhattan, Emporia, Wichita, Tulsa, Bartlesville, Joplin, Springfield, Missouri, you need to be ready. But the broader threat zone is enormous. A level 2 risk stretches from southern Wisconsin and Iowa all the way down to North Texas. And a level 1 risk spans from Dallas to Chicago and everywhere in between. That means cities like Fort Worth, Waco, Temple, Austin, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Little Rock, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Memphis, St. Louis, Jefferson City, Columbia, Quincy, Peoria, Bloomington, Champaign, Decatur, Springfield, Illinois, Davenport, Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Milwaukee, and Chicago are all in play. Here is your hour-by-hour breakdown for Friday, and this is the part you do not want to miss. Between 3 and 5 in the afternoon Central Time, supercells will begin erupting along the dry line across central and eastern Kansas. Hutchinson, McPherson, Salina, and Newton will see storms developing first. Between 5 and 7 in the evening Central, those supercells will intensify and begin producing large hail and possible tornadoes. Wichita, El Dorado, and Winfield are in the crosshairs during this window. Between 7 and 9 in the evening Central, storms will be approaching the Kansas City metropolitan area. Olathe, Overland Park, Independence, Lee S. Summit, and St. Joseph should be on high alert. Rogue supercells may also fire south of this main cluster, impacting areas north and east of Dallas, including Sherman, Denison, Durant, and McAllister. Between 9 and 11 at night Central, a dangerous squall line will consolidate and slam through Kansas City, Topeka, and begin racing toward Jefferson City, Sedalia, and Warrensburg. This line could produce winds exceeding 70 miles per hour. Tornadoes embedded within the line are possible even after dark, which makes this extremely dangerous because you cannot see them coming. Between 11 at night and 2 in the morning Central on Saturday, that squall line will push into the Mississippi River Valley. St. Louis, Quincy, Hannibal, Cape Girardeau, and Paducah are in the direct path. Meanwhile, supercells may still be firing across Oklahoma and Arkansas, threatening Tulsa, Muskogee, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, and Russellville with a nocturnal tornado risk. Between 2 and 6 in the morning Central on Saturday, the severe line will be crashing into Illinois, Indiana, and approaching the Chicago metropolitan area. Peoria, Bloomington, Normal, Champaign, Urbana, Decatur, Springfield, Illinois, Joliet, Aurora, Naperville, Gary, and South Bend should have weather alerts active. Do not silence your phone Saturday morning. And Saturday is not the finish line either. As the sun comes up and heats the atmosphere, a new round of storms will fire between Dallas and Memphis. Texarkana, Shreveport, Monroe, Pine Bluff, Jonesboro, Jackson, Tennessee, and Nashville could all see additional severe weather through Saturday afternoon and evening. By late Saturday, the squall line will be pushing into Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Columbus, Dayton, Cincinnati, Louisville, Lexington, Huntington, Charleston, West Virginia, Knoxville, and Chattanooga need to stay alert through Saturday night. Now, here is the flooding threat that is flying under the radar, and this could actually cause more damage than the tornadoes. Over the next 7 days, a massive swath of the central United States is looking at 4 to 10 inches of rainfall. The bullseye sits over southeast Oklahoma, western Arkansas, and northeast Texas, but heavy rain extends into Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and the entire Ohio River Valley. Cities like Tulsa, Fort Smith, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Branson, Springfield, Missouri, Evansville, Louisville, and Cincinnati could see rivers and creeks rise to dangerous levels. If you live near a creek or in a flood-prone area, do not wait for a warning. Have a plan now. And remember that second storm I mentioned at the beginning? Here it comes. By next Tuesday and Wednesday, March 10th and 11th, a new low-pressure system will develop across the Central Plains. The Storm Prediction Center is already flagging severe weather potential 7 days out, which almost never happens unless they are highly confident. The preliminary threat zone covers Missouri, Arkansas, southeast Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, and north Texas. Wichita, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Fort Worth, Little Rock, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, and Jefferson City are all highlighted again. And machine learning models from Colorado State University suggest this threat could expand as far north as Michigan and as far south as the Gulf Coast. We will be tracking this closely. On the cold side of that second storm, accumulating snow will fall across the northern plains, the upper Midwest, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and potentially even New England. And behind it, a major pattern change is coming. By the third week of March, a trough will settle into the eastern United States, bringing winter-like temperatures back after this stretch of record warmth. So let me recap what you need to know. Thursday evening, severe storms fire across the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles into southern Kansas. Friday afternoon through Saturday morning, a widespread severe weather outbreak impacts everything from Dallas to Chicago, with the worst conditions between 7 in the evening and 2 in the morning Central Time. Saturday, the threat shifts east into the Ohio Valley and Mid-South. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, a second potentially stronger system takes aim at the same areas, and heavy rainfall of 4 to 10 inches will cause flooding problems across a massive area. Here is what I need you to do right now. First, make sure you have multiple ways of receiving weather alerts, a weather radio with fresh batteries, your phone notifications turned on, and a local news app. Second, identify your safe room or shelter before the storms arrive, not during. Third, charge all your devices tonight and keep them charged through the weekend. Fourth, if you are in a flood-prone area, know your escape route to higher ground. Now drop a comment below with the city or town where you live, and I will give you a personalized update on what to expect and when. I read every single comment, and I want to make sure you have the information you need for your specific location. This is going to be a long few days, but we are going to get through it together. I will be posting updates continuously as this outbreak unfolds. And in the next video, I will have updated radar models, revised timing, and a full breakdown of that second storm system arriving next week, which could bring an even bigger tornado threat. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss it, because that video could save your life or the life of someone you love. Stay safe out there. I will see you in